20 fewer police officers, one less fire station, and practically no park and recreation department.
It's all part of what Grand Rapids Mayor George Hartwell called a draconian budget for next year. If the proposed tax increase doesn't pass next week, the city says this is what's going to happen. 44 city jobs would be eliminated, including 20 police officers and 14 firefighters. City pools would remain shuttered this summer and next, and park maintenance would be eliminated starting this fall. City officials say when it comes to cuts in the fire department, you can pay more on taxes or more in insurance. 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFergie has that part of the story.
Yeah, Brian, insurance companies use a rating system to determine how much you'll pay for insurance. It goes from 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst. And they use several factors in it, including the number of firefighters at a station or a given city, the proximity of a firehouse to your neighborhood. Lay off firefighters, close a firehouse, chances are you'll be paying more in insurance. Grand Rapids Mayor George Hartwell says he's heard the comments.
You mayor, you commissioners, you just threaten us with cutting police and fire. Well, there's a fine line between threat and reality, I suppose.
And according to the mayor, reality is what commissioners will have to deal with if the income tax hike goes down to defeat next week. Public safety takes up 65% of the general fund budget, so police and fire can't be spared. The loss of 14 firefighters will mean the city will have to close another fire company.
It probably will not be one fire station. It'll be, a different fire station on a different day based on call volume and other things.
Since many people will never need help from the fire department, predicted increases in response times probably won't matter. But they do have to insure their property.
I believe if they don't pay the taxes, they're going to pay the insurance company for additional coverage.
Consider the southwest area of Wyoming, known as the Panhandle. Budget cuts forced that city to close the fire station that serves that section of Wyoming in 2004. A local insurance agency provided us with an example of how that closing affected one homeowner. Just a few years ago, the insurance rating for that neighborhood was at a 5. The home's policy provided over $348,000 in coverage with a premium of $500 a year and a $750 deductible. Last year, that rating went up to a 10. The homeowner increased coverage to $369,000. The premium went up to $1,500 a year. And the homeowner increased the deductible to $2,500. Critics of the tax hike, like the Grand Rapids Area Chamber of Commerce, say the city could have avoided this crisis and the need for a tax hike if they'd only tackled the causes, like high labor and pension costs, years ago.
I'm not going to play Monday morning quarterback. I'm here to solve today's problem.
Now, right now, the city is at a high 3 in their rating, and if the insurance industry does come in and reevaluate it, they expect it could go somewhere in the 5s. That evaluation hasn't happened in the last 14 years, but with all the bad news coming out of City Hall about cuts in public safety, city fire officials expect that a reevaluation will happen. Back to you.